All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Had to make a store run. Actually, boxing is back on, so I was checking that out. Cooling with the pups. But, yeah, let's talk about the Detroit Lions real quick to close the night out. Darius gave his opinion when asked by Eagle fans about, how good, Matthew Stafford is. And I'm going to tell you why you haven't seen the Lions and other teams move in on free agents. So don't forget to check out the Detroit Lions playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links in the description. If you need to reach out, like I said, Twitter is the fastest way. And then Facebook and then IG, I'm really on there. So do appreciate it. But yeah, I put the tweet on the screen. If I remember, Darius quickly said that Matthew Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. That's very, very subjective. It depends on basically how, each and everybody, who has an opinion, even the guy or the gal with an opinion that you respect the least, measures Matthew Stafford as a quarterback. Do you measure him in reality and in his win total and, how he performs in big moments, his accuracy and his talent? Or do you go by, oh man, if Detroit would have did more, or he got this type of talent? It all depends. All right. Me personally, I believe Matthew Stafford, can be probably a top 5 quarterback if it wasn't for the Lions organization not supporting him fully. You can make a situation, you can make an argument that he could be the most talented quarterback in the league if everything right around him. But in reality, and that's the reality I live in, I'm going to say he a top 10 to 15 quarterback. Depends on how you look at it. Carson Wentz hasn't won a playoff game yet. Dak won one playoff game, but he got a better structure around him than, Matthew Stafford. So it depends on how you view it. But at the end of the day, it speaks volumes, especially in the day and time we in, where a lot of players are speaking up about the racial inequalities in football, about how Derrick Henry had to beg for his money, but they paid Tannehill, how Dalvin Cook begging for his money and pretty much opening the division up for us because Kirk Cousins ain't shit without Dalvin Cook. And maybe I'll spit on that to close the night out. I'm going to spit on that to close the night out for sure. It ain't going to be a long video unless I get to just feeling myself and getting in my bag. But for all these players, Dan Orlowski, Nate Burleson, Darius Slay, all these people, it tells you a lot. Usually when guys that got questionable character or guys that's not likable, soon as guys lead an organization, they start spilling the beans or they start talking shit about a guy, or about the time he did this or the time he did that, or this time he pulled this punk move. You don't get that with Matthew Stafford. Everybody loves Matthew Stafford, and at the end of the day, when they leave Detroit, they feel bad for Matthew Stafford. God honest truth. When they leave Detroit, they be like, man, and imagine publicly what they saying and privately what they saying, like, man, old Stafford need to get out of Detroit, man. You know what I'm saying? Cliff Avril got out and got a ring, and Dominican Sue got out and made it to the Super Bowl, and now it's probably one of the Super Bowl favorites with Tampa Bay this year, which I pump my brakes on the older team. And, I say that when I kind of do the season preview for all the Lions opponents over the summer. But, it says a lot about his character and Matthew Stafford. Man, you don't hear Matthew Stafford having, issues that Drew Brees is having. You don't hear him having Kerry Collins issues. And go look up the Kerry Collins story when he dropped the N-bomb in Carolina, all right? You don't hear him having those type of stories. You don't hear people talking shit about him. Matthew Stafford seems to be a great guy, great leader of the Lions. People talking about, he don't get fiery enough. I don't care about that. Matt Patricia fiery, it ain't a mountain of shit. But as far as talent goes, I think he just as talented as anybody out there. Arm talent, accuracy. We needed him to lose weight, become more mobile. Guess what? He became more mobile and started picking up first downs and buying times in the pocket and extended the play. He's done everything that they asked him to do. Remember, people got mad because he said he wouldn't get a quarterback coach, a guru to work with him. And guess what? He gave the people what they wanted. He got a quarterback guru coach to work with him over the summer, and he got better. So he's paid the price. He deserved to win. Like Barry deserved to win. Like Calvin deserved to win. And people like him, black teammates, white teammates, and anything in between. They love him. And who really failed him is Martha. Martha should just sell the goddamn team so he can have a chance to be successful. And you got people think, oh, the sale won't do anything. You crazy as hell. And when I hear fans, and they all younger fans. You don't hear no older fans that used to be Lions fan and converted to somebody else, and it's a lot of them. It's a lot of converted Steeler fans, Cowboy fans, and it make me sick to my stomach. You know, and you hear converted fans say, well, it's the Fords. The Fords leave and they sell the team. I might come back. You hear a lot of people saying that. It's how they run the team, man. They half-ass built it. In 91, in the 90s, they had an opportunity to have a championship. All they had to do was find a quarterback. You put Marino on the Lions, like I said in my Scott Mitchell Forgotten Lions series. Check that out. Forgotten Lions. We talked about Lions that you might have forgot about or maybe never knew about being a younger fan. You know what I'm saying? But you talk about, just situations like that. They could have made it all the way. They was close. They had the run and gun. They just needed the quarterback. Straight up and down. They just needed the quarterback. But like I said before, Darius Slay didn't hesitate, and I ain't never really heard none of these dudes really waver on supporting Matthew Stafford. I will say that. I haven't really never heard them waver on him. Everybody say something nice about him, and everybody know his talent. And like I said before, I think his talent, he the most talented dude in the league, really. Talking about arm talent, accuracy, he can make the throws. But guess what? I only can actually grade him on what he's done in Detroit and what he's been provided with. Now, if you put a lot of other people in this position, you drafted Sam Bradford or Mark Sanchez, they wouldn't survive this long. Stafford is a Hall of Famer, just for surviving this long in Detroit and still having success. Tom Brady in this system, man, he wouldn't have been what he was in Detroit. Let's be real. A lot of these dudes are just dropped in the right situation. You put Dak on the Lions, Dak could probably be on his second or third team right now. And we just being honest about the situation, you feel me? So, I'm get my mask before I go in the grocery store. That's just what my opinion. But shout out to Big Slay for really keeping real. He gonna keep 100 on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about a little bit about why the Lions ain't really been pursuing free agents. All right, what you got to understand is the Atlanta Falcons rolled the dice on Todd Gurley. I don't know if you heard the news today. Todd Gurley actually passed his physical with his knee. And the reason why a lot of these dudes ain't signing no contracts ain't signing them, one, they got to prioritize signing their own free agents and undrafted free agents as well, too. They have to prioritize getting them in the building. And it's hard to get the free agents in the building because you don't want to sign a free agent and Cam Newton's shoulder messed up and now you stuck with him. Or Everson Griffin head messed up still and you stuck with him. So if you ain't able to physically check these dudes out, it's a lot of teams that's not going to risk it. Even if you got $30 million left, $1 million is a lot to a lot of these owners and a lot of these franchises, even if it's a one-year deal. So the reason why you don't see the Marcus Goldens picked up, the Cam Newtons, or the Everson Griffins, no matter how good the value is right now, is because you can't get them in the building to do a physical. And you're talking about all veteran players. Larry Warford has somewhat of an injury history. You know what I'm saying? Cordy Glenn, I think, is still a free agent. So it ain't that these free agents are bad, terrible, horrible, or don't nobody want them. Think about it. Lions are 1 in 32 teams, right, that haven't touched them. Now, you would think the Lions should just risk it and touch them and test them and get them money right now. You can get them for the low or you get a value pick. But then again, you don't want to end up in a situation where Mike Daniels, you bring him in and he ain't healthy and you just wasted money on him. Okay, that's just what it is. The reason the Lions ain't going for free agents is as simple as you slicing the pie. It's as simple as I can't get them in the building. I can't evaluate them. I can interview them. I can talk to them on Zoom, but I can't check you out. And the Atlanta Falcons rolled the dice, and Todd Gurley was worth rolling the dice for the price. If he healthy, which is an if, and if it's a fifth, we all be drunk. If he healthy, then he turns out to be a top 5 running back. Then Atlanta got a totally different aspect going for them. You got to, some of these smaller guys is getting signed. Some of the running backs and stuff of that nature, but a lot of the big names that's going to get some good size money, the Drake Kirkpatricks, the Jarquez Denards, the sizable dudes, you got to check their physical out. So we'll see, and I guarantee you, once Cam starting, you see injuries dropping, injuries going, you're going to see Cam get picked up. You're going to see Everson Griffin get picked up. Way before the end, most of them should be gone besides Cam. But that's why the Lions ain't signing free agents. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. Want to make a donation, just share the video. But Cash App, PayPal in the description. You need to get in touch with me. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those links in the description. Twitter, then Facebook is the quickest way. IG, I'm rarely on there. But y'all know what the business is. One time for the one time. Mercy Sports Talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Don't forget, check out the channel out if you like sports, music, entertainment, and current news and everything that's going on in this world like Marvin Gaye. Check out the channel out, Goodfella Sports TV, right here on YouTube. That's Goodfella Sports TV. We go.